Today I'm going to talk about best settings for sports photography. So those of you out at the football, the World Cup, these settings, especially if you're using a camera or even a smartphone, will give you those shots that you want to get of Ronaldo doing his celebration, or Messi doing his, like celebration, or Jude Bellingham doing his thing. And I think if you get the right settings, you'll be able to capture some pretty cool things on your sports day if you're doing Formula One or photography. So I've got the Canon 80D. I've got an 85mm lens, which is a standard lens, and I don't have a wide range, like a long distance lens, 300mm lens. So I'm only I've got this, so this is all I can use. So if I switch the camera on, I'm going to go to my menu. So I'm going to go to my Q button, and here you've got some things that I think maybe if you're doing sports photography you might want to fiddle around with. So this is touch screen, this camera. So a lot of sort of Canon cameras are touch screen. So the first one is your manual zonal focus points. So you might want to set this, if you put it on one selection focus point, then you're just going to be tracking one point. So if you're going to be following one footballer around, trying to get them into focus, then you might want to set that one. But if you want to capture more, more information in your thing, again, if I go back in there, I would personally choose zonal autofocus mode, because that will give me a broader range. So maybe two footballers are locking together, then you might want to capture both of them. So I would probably select this one. Okay, so again, I would select this one, or you can select auto selection, but that will the camera will sort of select focus points around your frame or your picture that you're taking, and it might not focus in on Ronaldo that you're trying to achieve to get. So me personally, I would go for this one here, okay? And you could toggle this, or you can set this. So I might set it in the middle, okay, like this. And then if I go back out again, the next thing I might want to do is choose my evaluative metering, okay? And I might choose that to be partial metering. So that again will allow me to control the area that I'm trying to focus into. So again, if I go back, the next thing I might want to change is if I click on this one here. Now, if you're doing sports photography and you are trying to capture motion blur, or you're trying to capture Ronaldo in focus, and you might sort of hold your trigger down, and you might want to take multiple pictures. So if I click on this one, click on that one, I'm going to put it in high speed continuous shoot. The reason why that one is I want to take loads of pictures, and out of those, and if I hold my shutter speed down, it'll take 20-30 pictures at one go. And then what that will allow me to do is hopefully get one of those pictures in focus, because dare I say, if you take one, you might not get in focus. But if you're on continuous burst mode and you're tracking that individual, you might get one or two in focus. So me personally, I would put it in high speed, high continuous mode, burst shot mode, which is that one there. Okay, you can have it like sort of kind of low speed, but I would personally, if you're doing things that are moving very quickly, I would probably choose that one instead. Okay. The next thing I would probably choose is you've got up here. You can sort of toggle it here. So if you click on here, you can sort of, if you click on these four buttons, you can actually toggle these here as well. Again, if I click on that one, I can change my ISO here. So the next thing that I want to talk about is your autofocus and manual focus. Now, if you're doing filming, if you're doing photography work and you're on location, shooting the football, for example, you might want to put it on autofocus. The reason why I say that is because in manual focus, it doesn't really give you, if I click on AF, it only gives me a manual focus option. It only gives me one option. But if I put it on autofocus, and then if I click on this one here, it gives me a few more options. Okay, so you can see that suddenly that changes. And if I click on this button here, AF, I can also toggle between one shot, and choose which one best suits what I'm photographing on location. Okay, so These are really quite important things, to tell you the truth. So like, you know, you're like this button here, like, again, if I click on this button here, this magnification, I can also toggle. So if I'm, you know, so if I want to do it quickly, if I click on that, and then if I use my cursor, this one here, again, if I'm doing sports photography, I want to track somebody, then if I click on that, I can also move this around, or I can just sort of literally select it on my screen like this, or move it to like this to select. And you can also view it through the viewfinder as well. So these are really important things to get sharp focal images of maybe sports or things that are moving at high speed. Okay, and they're really cool. So you know, you've got them there for you to use for your sports photography, particularly if you're shooting, if you're at the World Cup watching the football. I'm jealous because you're there and I'm here making these videos. But if you are at the football and you're trying to get sharp pictures of all your favorite games, then you might want to toggle around to, you know, change certain things in your camera. Right, guys. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, please do share, please do follow. Any questions, please do post. And remember, I've got a competition. If you can name me when the Canon 7D was launched, you might get a free camera.